While it's true that closing a sale is tough, losing one can be way too devastating. And yes, it could be true that a client can't just afford the product or service you're offering, but that doesn't mean it's time to give up. It actually just means that you need to be creative. So as a sales representative, you're talking to a client and you realize in as much as they want the product you're selling, let's say a car, they just can't afford that particular make or model. If that happens, what are your options at this stage? 1, let them go and come back with the money, except you aren't sure if they're going to come back. And so number 2, downsell them. That is the other choice. What is downselling? Downselling is when you adapt your offer to a customer who's second guessing a purchase that might be out of their price range. The idea is to match the customer's budget and recommend another item that is cheaper and has similar features to the original item. For example, if a customer can't afford a premium mobile phone, you can recommend last year's model. Here are 5 ways, okay? Here are 5 ways you can downsell a potential client. Number 1, recommending different products. Contrary to what most people think, less money may not really be the reason why clients back out of deals. It is a common reason, but it's not the only reason. Think about it. What is money? Money is a medium of exchange, right? Which means, well, it is a medium of exchange or it's a measure of value, whichever way you want to look at it. So the point is, if you have money, then you have a choice, right? You're going to exchange it for something that you perceive, or rather for something whose value you perceive to be greater than that of the money, right? And so it could be the case that the client at this point is looking at the product and thinking about their money, and then their decision is that product you're offering isn't the right fit for the client from the client's perspective. But that doesn't mean that that client won't benefit from something else in your stock. And this is something that you can achieve by understanding the client's needs, finding an alternative product which meets these needs but within the client's budget, compare the product's benefit to the product they had in mind but ended up not buying, so that they can see how their problem is still being solved. Yeah, so look, if you're finding this helpful, okay, as you continue, kindly do remember to subscribe, hit the like button. That will help a lot with the algorithms. And yeah, also in the comment section, you can share some of the tips or some of the tactics that you use when you're doing sales. Who knows, somebody might benefit from that, right? Also, if you have a question, just leave it in the comment section. Moving on. Number 2, communicate secondary offers on exit intent. At this point, if you're thinking, well, that is all and good, except my business is purely done online, which means clients tend to buy things straight from our website. So how do I downsell them in that case? In the online world, if a client leaves a page without adding to cart or basically without buying, don't let them go without making one last effort to keep the sale. Use exit intent pop-ups to offer a secondary product or service that complements the one they're leaving without buying, or basically they're leaving behind. The point is to show them an alternative, okay? They wanted to buy whatever product. Maybe they want to buy a camera, except the camera that they are checking, this is the reason why you really need to be able to track your clients. You need to track the client's activity in your website. So if they wanted to buy a phone and a camera and it costs X amount, then before they leave, you can have a pop-up showing them an alternative camera that is likely to solve their problem, but at a cheaper price. So that's pretty much how you downsell at that point. It's one of the ways to do it. At this point, let me just quickly point out that if you're serious about upgrading your sales, okay? If you're serious about increasing your income through sales, you need to check out HubSpot Sales Hub. This is a CRM that will help you to manage your sales and give you an edge over your competitors. With this software, with this CRM, you get things like creating buyer's persona, sales report, quotations, emails, social media posting, bulk SMS, and many more features, okay? This is a one-in-all CRM that you definitely need. So here's what you can do. Check out the link in the video description. From there, just click sign up. You can actually try it for free, all right? So it's not one of those things that you have to buy to know how it works. Just check out. There's a free trial. Sign up. And from there, you can decide if you want it, or if you think, I'll just stick with the free version. Anyway, let's move on. Number 3, reducing the scope of the client's goals. At times, downselling just comes down to redefining the client's expectations. Okay? Redefining the client's expectations. It can be a simple case of a client being interested in a lot but wants to pay less. In circumstances where the client's budget doesn't align with their lofty goal, rather than losing that sale altogether, okay, work with the client to refine their goals and create a plan that meets their budget while still addressing their needs. Number 4, offering different payment terms. If the client is struggling with your overall cost, or rather the overall cost of the product, then at this point, one of the options that you have is to suggest another way they can use, or rather an alternative payment method. Okay? This could mean monthly installments, a longer payment period, or even a down payment followed by smaller installments. But you just don't do this because, you watched some sales video, now you think, you really need to understand your business policy regarding payments, okay? So that you don't end up thinking you've got the sale, except you've just annoyed your boss, or except you've messed up your accounts if it is your business, So basically you need to understand your business policy regarding payment methods. And finally, offering value package. Let's say none of the above strategies seem to be working. Then consider bundling products or services together into a value package that better fits the client's budget. You can still provide the value they need while giving them a price point that is easier to manage. For instance, if you're a fitness trainer who typically offers one-on-one personal training sessions at a premium price, however, a potential client expresses concern about the cost and is hesitant to commit to such a high-priced service, rather than losing that sale, again, you can bundle up some of the services that you're offering and then offer them to the client at a relatively lower price. So how do you do this? So here's an example of how you do that. The value package could include the following: 4 one-on-one personal training sessions per month. So basically you meet them once in a week or something. Access to your online work program, nutritional coaching and support via email or messaging. So by doing that, okay, since, maybe you are training them every day, so now you've reduced the number of days and then you're offering them alternatives, okay? So by doing that, what you'll have achieved is, 1, the client is not going to, you've not lost the client altogether. And also it opens the door for future upselling opportunity as the client progresses in their fitness journey. So yeah, those are some of the ways in which you can downsell a client. So sales tip is one thing, okay? But negotiation is also important. So as a salesperson, if you're interested in understanding negotiation, then check out this video and you'll see some of the questions that you need to ask yourself, or questions that you need to have answers to before you start any negotiation, okay? Or before you become part of any negotiation. I'm Moses, and I'll see you in the next video.